It is Tuesday, May 19th, and we are back with a bunch of picks for the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA, and then a bunch of MLB bets as well. They're all listed here on the right just for everyone to see. I'm going to go into each sport, break down why I like the picks, and then we'll get into a little bit of PGA, the Byron Nelson coming up this weekend at the end of the show today. But yeah, let's jump in. We'll go straight to the NBA. I didn't put it out yet on Twitter, but I am on Cavs plus the 7.5 later tonight. Last night, I went with the favorite, and it didn't work out at all. So I'm going to change tune, go with the underdog. I know it is in New York, and New York looked pretty good in that series against the Sixers, but the Cavs are kind of hot. One game 7. I feel like Donovan Mitchell's pretty hot, and they still have James Harden, although he played horribly in game 7. He could not shoot at all. But I think Donovan Mitchell could have a decent game, and they can cover the 7.5. I think 7.5 is just too much. And then I did find a bunch of player props that I like for tonight as well. I did pair two together. I paired the Donovan Mitchell and the Karl Anthony Towns one together. But let's go to here where I kind of broke each one down. The Mitchell and the Towns one are straight from the hit rates from earlier today. I've been putting these out like every day just to show stuff that's cashed consistently. All of these props have cashed. So like Donovan Mitchell, 18 plus points in the last 9. So I just went with the Karl Anthony Towns and the Donovan Mitchell one, cashed in 7 and 6. And I think they're just too low. If we go here, so Mitchell over 3.5. It's cashed in 7 straight games in the playoffs. It's honestly not even about his rebounding ability. It's more about the minutes. He's been getting like 37 plus minutes in meaningful games. And I think this one will be semi-close, so I can see that hitting easily. And then with the Karl Anthony Towns one, he's been really consistent. The line was set at 4.5 assist, so maybe they know something that I don't, but he's had 6 plus in 6 straight games. It's definitely a low total as well. I believe the total for the game is it's actually went up to 217.5. Was at 216.5. But for two of the best teams essentially in the Eastern Conference, it's a pretty low total. But I think 6 is doable. But all he needs here is 5. He's been getting the ball to shooters. Jalen Brunson has been huge for him, and I think he'll distribute the ball more than shoot it, which is why I have Cat and James Harden in the next bet I like. I found this on DraftKings. It's Cat and James Harden to combine for under 37.5 points. They really haven't been that dominant scoring the ball in these series. You would think Karl Anthony Towns has had like a huge presence, but in reality he really has not. He's averaging 15 points he averaged in 15 points in the Sixers series. And then James Harden is like hit or miss. He scored 9 in game 7 for the Cavs. He also scored like 30 in that series. So kind of up and down, but it's in New York. I think he might struggle with that. And he's, coming off probably his worst game so far in these playoffs. And then last one is for New York, Mikal Bridges. I have him over 18.5 points, rebounds, assists, and this number just seems too low. I found it on underdog. 18.5 for a guy who plays, like he's been playing like 35 plus minutes. I just think he's bound to get over 18.5. He's been over it in 5 straight games. He's been pretty dominant as well in that series. or he was in that series, played a ton. I know he's a Philly guy. I think he played at Villanova, so maybe that had some extra motivation there. But I think 18.5 is just a little too low for Mikal Bridges. And then I did just pair them together for the parlay for the game. So Mitchell, Towns, simple rebounds, assists, little over double your money, and then just the same data here to back it up. And that's pretty much it for the NBA plays tonight. Obviously, only one game. And then Cavs plus 7.5. And then we'll move on to baseball. Kind of tough, honestly, last night. Judge did hit the homer, or Judge is going to hit the homer tonight. So I took Judge. He was like plus, I don't even know what he was, plus 2 something. Where is that? Okay, I can't find it. Should be in here somewhere. Okay, no idea where that is, but I'm taking Judge over. I have no idea where that went, but I'm taking Judge for home run. He's playing. Who even is he playing tonight? Oh, he's playing Toronto. He's hit pretty well against Dylan Cease, I believe. He's hitting north of 300 over Dylan Cease, and let's see what he's at now. Not for 2. He's at plus 227. He has homered off of Cease in the past, and he's obviously got 16 homers so far this year. I think this line is telling that the Yankees probably win this game, probably score more runs. So I'm banking on that as well for Judge. But I think there's a good likely chance that he puts one out tonight, especially in New York. So that's the home run bet for tonight. I got a couple money line plays just that I saw earlier that I liked. Red Sox, Brewers. We'll go down, find those. Yeah, so we'll start with the Brewers. So really it comes down to Mizorowski here. He's been incredible so far this season. They are slightly favored in this one. I think there probably won't be a ton of runs scored, but I am with the people on this one. 59% are on Brewers money line, slightly over 7.5, 57% are on that, but it's actually kind of low, that's kind of high or low for an over under. Most people take the overs, but I think this one could go under. And then Brewers also just have a pretty scrappy lineup, but with Mizorowski on the mound, I don't know how you could take the Cubs in this one. And then for the Red Sox, Ranger has been dominant. If we can find that. Yeah, so Ranger has 0 earned runs in his last 17 innings pitched. I think his last 3 starts, he has not given up an earned run. And the Royals have, their own struggles in itself, let alone facing a pitcher like Ranger. I see 76% of the bets are on Boston money line. I think that is justified. And even 61% are on minus 1.5. So I do like that a lot. I think Boston has the better lineup. They have the better pitcher going. So that's why I'm on Boston. It is in Kansas City, but I don't think that matters tonight for the Red Sox. And then let's go to batters here. So I put out 4 just straight MLB plays that I like for tonight. Guess we'll start with Chase Burns. So I have him over 5.5 strikeouts. He's got 55 Ks in only 53 innings so far this season. Also 1.87 ERA. So he's been pretty dominant for the Reds. And the Phillies have been hot, but I think they are still prone to the strikeout. They do it around 8 times per game. I think they struck out 10 times. Oh, no, that was actually the Nationals. We'll get to that. But Phillies are prone to strike out. They're going to strike out. Chase Burns should go deep into this one. I think 6 Ks is justified there for taking the over. We'll skip down here to Nolan McLean. I have him over the same 5.5 strikeouts. He's facing a lineup that's probably worse overall than the Phillies. He's getting the Nationals. They strike out 8.5 times per game. I made this the best bet for today just because I think he has the better chance straight up for going over 5.5 Ks. Nationals just struck out 10 times last night, and he also has 64 Ks through only 52 innings pitched. So a little more efficient than Burns in the K department. But at the end of the day, I like Burns and McLean. You can honestly pair any of these two together and get decent odds on probably on any site, to be honest. I don't know where that went. Okay, yeah, the best bet's there. Home run bet's there. Should be in the feed. I don't know why it's being a little glitchy, but should be able to find the best bet and the home run bet in the feed. And then 2 hitters. I went with Pete Alonso and Teoscar Hernandez. Alonso has definitely improved in the month of May, up to 273 in the month of May. His average was 175 in April. So he's strung together 7 hits in his past 5 games, and he does have some experience against Griffin Jacks, who is starting for Tampa Bay tonight. Let's see what he is just to get a hit. Yeah, so definitely something to throw in a parlay, minus 228 for 1 hit, but I think it's a good bet to go with just to throw into parlay. And then same with Teoscar. I have him to get a hit tonight. He's also got 7 hits in his last 5 games. He's been playing okay. I just like the matchup. He's got experience against Griffin Canning, who's going to start tonight for the Padres, I believe. In 13 at-bats, he's got a 308 batting average, and he has homered before. So you could do a hit. You could do maybe over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs too. Either or probably is okay for Teoscar. And that is all the plays for tonight, NBA and MLB. Here's the full list if you missed it. And then I am going to dive into the Byron Nelson tournament. I will start putting out some plays slowly for that tournament this weekend. But the PGA Championship was awesome, and I think I'm going to start doing weekly PGA bets as long as the tournament is somewhat okay, or there's at least notable players playing. But like Spieth's playing, Scheffler's playing, Koepka's playing, so there's notable guys in this one. If I had to take a guy right now, I mean, plus 168 to win is crazy. But Scotty did win this tournament last year, and I wouldn't mind taking him this year. But I'll probably throw together a parlay with a couple guys, top 10, top 20. But like this is crazy. I mean, Scotty top 10 is minus 550, which is crazy. But I'll dig through this, find some notable guys, that I think will play good. Maybe Wyndham Clark. But obviously, Scotty's a huge favorite. I'd probably take him now. But if you want to wait, you might get better odds as the tournament goes on. So that could also be a good strategy as well. Just wait a day or two into the tournament. Scheffler, if he has a couple slip-ups, you'll probably get better odds than only plus 168 to win. But I feel confident taking him now, honestly. If we look at, like top 20, I'll have to dive in to see how these guys have played this tournament in the past. But like Brooks Koepka could be a nice bet here. Wyndham Clark could be a nice bet. Even guys like Tom Kim. So, that'll look out for that coming probably tomorrow prior to the first round on Thursday. I'll have a bunch of bets on probably a parlay or two for that tournament this weekend. But just to recap, all the bets for tonight listed right here. Hopefully we have a better showing than last night because it was pretty rough. Won some of the baseball bets, but a bunch of the player props in the NBA failed to come through. So hopefully we can turn that around for tonight. That'll do it. I'll be back tomorrow with more plays for Wednesday night. I think it's Spurs and Thunder again on Wednesday. So we looking out for those player props to drop, and I'll make sure to get those out early and often for tomorrow. But for now, see you later. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for me to keep bringing you these videos and picks pretty much daily.